Collecting Books with Danny the Puppet.
Hi, it is I, Danny the Puppet, and I am not reporting live from San Diego Comic Con. In fact, much like every other year, I did not go. Way too expensive and not happening for this puppet. But I got a lot to report on from the Comic Con. Lots of nice Transformer reveals, so I'm going to offer my thoughts. Let's start with the one I'm most excited about, Windcharger. Yes, they're doing a Studio Series 86 Windcharger. And it is not a dead Windcharger, which is nice. Really like this figure. I'm excited for it because it fills out my modern interpretations of the 84 Autobots. So I'm really excited for that because that's a goal I've been having trying to get it. They don't show it in the picture here, but apparently he comes with magnetic effects. I think I saw some displays of it on the convention floor that showed up online because, again, I was not there. But Windcharger, really excited for Windcharger. Moving on to something else I'm super excited about. More of the 13 primes. First up, we have Amalgamus Prime. These are really weird, and I kind of love the designs. Something different with Transformers, not just rehashing the same characters again, but here we go. We've got Amalgamus Prime. Apparently, he comes apart almost like a weaponizer and can make 5 different vehicles or 5 different forms because that's kind of his thing. Comes with his accessory, a transformation cog, which is kind of cool, and I'm looking forward to it. I personally want to complete the 13 primes because I love Transformers lore. So that's really cool. So I'm excited for Amalgamus Prime. And of course, going on with the Prime theme here, we get Quintus Prime. Oh, I love Quintus Prime. This is another weird one with a really weird design, but he's really cool. He comes with his artifact, the Emberstone, very Quintesson looking. Some people have been saying this would make a great repaint of Beast Machines Botanica. I don't know. I think somewhere they said they're not doing repaints of the primes, but never say never, with Transformers. So here we go, Quintus Prime. If you're a fan of Earthspark Quintus Primes 1, you know well. That's that for the primes, but they had other big surprises there, like Big Convoy. That's right. If you want a Transformer that turns into a woolly mammoth, here you are. It's a nice looking figure. Not sure I'm going to get this one for my collection, at least not at full price. But he's an awesome figure. Looks really cool. Imagine him being repainted in Ultra Magnus colors. But that's kind of cool if you want a big leader class like that. They also had Razor Claw. So if you want to repaint a Tigerhawk, it was a good figure. But again, this is a case of, I think once we get to Beast Wars, making remakes of characters does not always work out. But Razor Claw and Big Convoy, leader class figures, kind of neat. We also had Junkion Jalopy. This is a repaint, but I think it's a good repaint because this figure wasn't available in these colors before. Looks very Junkion-ish. If you're into making combiners out of your Junkions, might be the way to go. And while we're talking about Junkions, we also get animated Wreck-Gar. I found this one kind of underwhelming because really it's just a repaint and not much of a repaint with the animated Wreck-Gar head. I'll probably get it because, hey, Trashmaster was a good mold, and animated Wreck-Gar voiced by Weird Al Yankovic. I keep saying it, Weird Al Yankovic is the anchor bean in every world, so another Weird Al Yankovic. We're also getting Cosmos, too, from Earthspark, so Anyways, what else did we see there that was kind of cool? Well, let's get into the world of combiners again, because we all love combiners. I'm not a big Decepticon combiner fan, but I did buy Vortex because I want to get Bruticus, mostly because I like Swindle. But they did have 2 Bruticus parts on display. They had Blastoff. It's a nice figure. Nice color scheme. I really like it. Some people are complaining about the eyes and the miscolor of the eyes based on the cartoon, but Blastoff, there's an arm. But the one that really surprised me, Brawl. Brawl's going to be Voyager scale. Which so far for the combiners, all the combiners have been deluxe scale except for the main combiner being a commander class. But Brawl's going to be a Voyager scale, so he's going to be a little bigger, as he should be being a tank. But it's also going to change a little bit of how they form on those new frame combiners. So we'll have to see how Brawl fits into this. But exciting stuff, exciting stuff. Let's move on to Studio Series. Well, I know I started off talking about Studio Series 86 Windcharger. We're getting Studio Series 86 Thundercracker. Look, he looks nice, but I don't want to rebuy all my Seekers. Now, I only have the 3 main Seekers from 84, but I don't want to rebuy Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Starscream. But here you go, if you like that kind of thing. It looks cool, don't get me wrong. But one thing I like is that Studio Series 86 so far has kind of fit in with the other War for Cybertron figures and Legacy figures. But they're getting more and more cartoony, and one that leads to them remaking and forcing us to rebuy characters yet again. But also, they don't necessarily fit in with the mainline figures as much anymore, and that concerns me a little. So I don't know if I'll be getting these new Seekers. But kind of cool all the same. And then they had a new Studio Series Titan class. Oh, so exciting until you find out. It's Bay vs. Grimlock. Bay vs. Grimlock. Yeah, not super exciting there. If that's your kind of thing, that's great. It looks like it's going to be another one of those smaller combiners like Star Prime. But Titan Grimlock. The first Studio Series Titan. Yeah. Wasn't too excited about that. Another one that came out was they have Armada Nemesis Prime. And the thing with this one's driving me crazy is it's going to be a convention exclusive, but I don't really want an Armada Nemesis Prime. He's got a neat little head with his face looking all mashed up and everything. But what I want is what he comes with. New versions of Starsaber. New Minicons. Why won't they release the Minicons separately? Instead, they're putting them in a pack-in like this. Will I get it? I don't know. I'm trying to lay off big Transformers that I don't really need, especially when I'm forced to buy them because I just want the Minicons. After the convention ended, after San Diego Comic-Con ended, there's a lot of little news that slipped out too that might have gone under people's radar. One, Armada Jetstorm. They're doing a leader class Armada Jetstorm, or maybe it's commander class, I don't know. But Armada Jetstorm. That's kind of cool if you have Armada Prime, because they'll probably combine. Another thing that I heard that after the convention was Target's going to be doing a Transformers movie 86 capsule line with exclusive figures. So that could be good or bad. I've never really had a problem finding Target exclusives, but sometimes there's a bit of a weight on it. With that line, it looks like they're going to have Starscream with that new mold for Studio Series 86 and Hot Rod in magenta. Don't know what the other figures are. Looks like a couple Voyagers there, a couple Deluxes, a couple Leader class. Will it be re-releases of Optimus Prime? Maybe a re-release of Megatron? I don't know. But they are doing something for the 86 movie for 2026 for the anniversary. So kind of exciting. Of course, the one I want to hear is what you guys think of these. Which figures are you most excited for? Which ones do you think are kind of bummers and like, oh no, they're doing that one? Which ones are you going to buy? Which ones are you going to say no to? That's all I've got for collecting bots this week. I'll see you next week. Have fun and happy hunting.